In this video, I want to demonstrate how to make the upper and lower blocks as shown here. So first I'm going to Control Tab back to our part. Now that we've created the parting surface, the next thing we want to do, just go back to the mold tools, is do the tooling split. So I'm going to select this surface, and I'm going to tell it I want to make a tooling split, and I'm going to look normal to. I'm going to right click on a part edge of this surface and tell it to select the open loop. We'll give it a minute and it'll select all the outer edge as shown here. And now I'm going to offset the entities in 10 thou. So I'll select offset entities, make the distance 10 thou. I'm just going to tell it to reverse it. I'll zoom in. So the reverse is not what I want. So I'll click here. And with reverse on now, so I want it offset this way. I'll say OK. I'm going to go back to the isometric view, move down here, and I'll right click and I'll exit the sketch. Now I can only have one sketch to make the initial shape for the tooling split, and that's why I've done this one. So I'm going to make the upper block 0.6, the lower block 0.5, and I'll say OK. And now I have my tooling split. If I expand it, here's my original sketch, but I don't want my block for my mold halves to look like this. So I'm going to continue working here and I'm going to fix this up. I'm going to select the top part here and I'm going to tell it I want to create a sketch and I'm going to look normal too. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this sketch for the tooling split and I'm going to convert those entities. And then I'll click in white space. So it might take your computer a minute to convert all the edges. Then I'm going to create a rectangle. I'm just going to start somewhere up here. Come down over here and click, and I'll use mouse gestures to activate Smart Dimension. And I'm going to dimension from the converted entities over to each edge, so there's a 1/2 inch of material there. I'll do this all the way around my part. So each one of these will be a 1/2 inch. Same thing on the bottom. I'm going to go back to the isometric view. So that sketch is fully defined. I'm going to exit the sketch and I'm going to tell that sketch, let's highlight it here, go to the features menu, and it's going to become an extruded boss. So I'm going to say OK, and the distance will be 0.6, and I'll reverse the direction. I do want to merge the result, but I don't want to let SOLIDWORKS auto-select the body, so I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to tell it to merge with this half of my tooling split, and I'll right-click to accept that. And if we look at it now, we still have the 3 solid bodies. I'll just expand this. And this half has been made to the full block. I'm going to do the same thing for this half. I'm going to select this face and look normal too. I'm going to tell it I want to make an extrude boss from that face. This time I'm going to expand this feature that I just created. I'm going to select the sketch used to create it, and I'm going to convert all of those entities and exit the sketch. This time I'm just going to rotate around so we can see it better. I want the other direction, and I want it to go 0.5. And once again, I'm not going to let SOLIDWORKS auto-select the body. I want to be certain it's correct, so I'm going to manually select this, and I'll right-click to accept that. And now we have our 2 halves of our mold tool. Next, I want to add the material to those and rename these. So I'm going to right-click on this part. I'm going to come down and tell it to rename the tree item, and I'm going to call this the upper block. I'm going to do the same thing for this part. I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to come down and say rename tree item. I'm going to call it the lower block. And the last thing I want to do is assign material, so I'll right-click on the upper block, go to material, move over and down and make it plain carbon steel. Same thing with the lower block. I'm going to right-click on it, move down the material, move over, make it plain carbon steel. In reality, it's probably a mold steel, but that's okay. Go back to the plastic part, right-click on it, go to material, edit material. I'm going to scroll down and expand the plastics. Again, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find the PP copolymer. I'll select it, apply, and close it. And in the next video, we'll